This video is kindly brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence. Hi, my name's Janelle and welcome back to Rosary Apparel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my current sewing plans. Because of the hecticness of Christmas and trying to get everything wrapped up towards the end of last year, I just completely managed to miss out making my summer sewing plans video, which, if you don't know, I usually create one of these videos every season to kind of share all of the sewing projects I would potentially like to work on during that season. But now we're definitely well and truly halfway through summer, so it feels a bit weird doing a summer sewing plans video. So I thought instead I would just do a current sewing plans video, and then this way you can see a little bit of what I have planned to make over the coming months, as well as give you a bit of an idea of some of the types of tutorials you can expect from my channel over the coming months as well. So like always, I have a saved folder on my Instagram full of a whole heap of inspiration images of some of the things I might like to start making for my own wardrobe. And I also have a fresh pile of fabrics here to talk you through as well. So without further ado, let's get into it and let me show you what I've planned to make for my wardrobe. Okay, so the first fabric I have to share is this lovely forest green tiny gingham crepe fabric. I was actually sent this fabric by one of my lovely viewers who, unfortunately, I cannot remember what your name was, sorry. It was probably back in 2021 that you sent me this, but I've been holding on to it, waiting for the perfect project, and I think I have finally decided what I want to make with this fabric. From this fabric, I hope to make a cute little slip dress similar to this one here. I think this original dress has been made from some linen fabric, but it is in pretty much an identical gingham print. It's just one of those tiny ginghams, just like this crepe fabric. And what I really love about this dress is it is so simple. There's not much to it. It looks like it will be quite an easy make, but also would make a really nice tutorial for this channel. And I obviously am obsessed with the cute little ruffled hem detail at the bottom of the dress. I love how this dress looks on its own, but I can also imagine this dress is going to look so nice laid up with some turtlenecks underneath for the in-between seasons. And this lovely lady has also paired this dress with some chunky Doc Marten style boots, and I love wearing my dresses with these types of boots. And I think this kind of dress is something that is very much missing from my wardrobe, something really simple but totally adorable, and I am so excited to have a go at making something similar. This next fabric piece I have to share is actually like a cot bed sheet, I think. I picked it up from the op shop a month or two ago, and the reason I was so drawn to it was because it has the sweetest tiny floral print on it. They're tiny little peachy roses on a cream background. I think it is just so pretty. There also is quite a bit of fabric there, which means that there's a lot of fabric to work with. This little piece cost me $3, and I'm keen to have a go at thrift flipping this into something wearable. Because at the moment it is just a random thing. I'm not even sure exactly what it is. It's even got these like attachment bits down the bottom. It's just very full on. It's also got some like little lace trims and some ribbon, which could be fun to try to implement into my new make. What I have planned to make out of this fabric is something very much Sandy Liang inspired. So Sandy Liang is probably my favorite designer at the moment. They have such incredibly romantic and feminine designs. I'm so drawn to them. I love the amount of ruffles and puffy sleeves and basically everything I love in clothing. Sandy Liang just does to perfection. I am hoping to potentially make a top inspired by Sandy Liang, something similar to this one here with the ruffle along the front of it. I'm really excited to experiment with placing ruffles like not exactly where they're expected and just kind of adding bits and pieces to this top, whether it be some of the lace trim or the ribbon as well. Like, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to look, but I'm just keen to have a go at thrift flipping this random piece of fabric, and I'm excited to see what comes out of it. Next, I have another op shop find that again I found quite a while ago now, but I've been holding on to, waiting to find the perfect project for. And that is this amazing, it feels like a rayon fabric in this, again, quite beige color, but it has these amazing mustard, they're almost like protea flowers. It's just a really unique print, and I was so excited when I found this one at the op shop. From this fabric, if there is enough there, I hope to make a dress a little bit similar to this one here by Tradlands. I think this dress would make a really fun pattern hack of my daisy pattern. So my daisy pattern is quite similar. It's got the buttons all the way down the front with the gathered skirt, but this dress is a little bit more oversized, and it also has long sleeves, which I think look so nice paired with the shorter skirt of the dress. I also really love how it looks just with a plain fabric as well. So if there isn't enough fabric here to make this dress, I may potentially see if I can get my hands on a nice plain linen fabric to make this dress instead. I just think this is going to be a great dress for the in-between seasons when it starts to cool down or heat up, and will also make a really great layering dress. I feel like it would work perfectly with some of my hand knitted cardigans that I've got in my wardrobe. And yeah, I'm just really keen to have a go at making a pattern hack for my daisy pattern, because I love sharing my pattern hack videos, and I don't think I've done one for the daisy pattern yet, so that would be really fun, so definitely stay tuned for that. If there isn't enough fabric here, which I might be able to squeeze it, but if not, then I also am really into the Monty top by My Keeper, who is a New Zealand based brand who just like is smashing it in the pattern making and also dress making department. I love all of Sarah's designs. She is so incredibly talented. Here's an example of the Monty top by Talia's Threads, and just look how incredible it is. And it also has like a tie-up detail at the waist, which is just so pretty, and I think it would be really fun to add a top like this one to my wardrobe as well. Let's just take a quick break to talk about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to create a beautiful online presence and launch your passion project. Whether you'd like to start making and selling your own products, create a beautiful portfolio to showcase your work, write a blog, or simply create any website of any kind, you can design and create your dream website all by yourself with no knowledge or background needed in coding whatsoever. You simply select from their range of beautifully designed templates, and then you can change up the template as much or as little as you like. They have a really easy to use drag and drop system, so you can add and remove things from your website with just a few clicks. And when I sat down to create my website back in 2016, I managed to complete my entire website in just an afternoon. Something else I really love about Squarespace is the fact that there is also an app, and with this app you are able to pretty much run your entire website straight from your phone. This was super handy during the Christmas period because I basically didn't touch my laptop for an entire 2 weeks, which was so nice, but I was still able to keep an eye on my website, making sure that everything was running smoothly. You can also check your website's analytics straight from your phone, and you will also get notifications every time a sale comes through, so you're on top of everything and know what orders need to go out when. So if you'd like to create a website of your own, then make sure you check out Squarespace using the link in the description below. And when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, head to squarespace.com/Rosary Apparel for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Next, I have probably my favorite new fabric find, and that is this amazing green embroidered cotton fabric. It is just so adorable. I love an embroidered detail, and not often do you find one this pretty. I picked this fabric up from Spotlight recently. I'll leave it linked below if you're interested. And from this fabric, I hope to make a dress similar to this one here. By now you know I love a gathered dress. I think gathers are just my favorite style. I feel most comfortable in them. It suits my body type. Lately I've been getting a few comments saying I'm constantly making the same thing, and I'm sorry if you feel that way, but the heart wants what the heart wants, and I love a gathered dress, and I'm not going to stop anytime soon, I don't think. Sorry. What I really like about it and why I want to give it a go is it's actually got a gathered neckline as well, and I think out of this fabric it would just be such a lovely dress. I'm excited to give it a go. Again, I think this would make a really fun tutorial. I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult, and potentially will be another one of those like making a dress from just a few rectangles type tutorials. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I'm very keen to have a go at that, and yeah, hopefully my dress will turn out just as lovely as the one in the Instagram. The last fabric piece I have to share with you is this stunning navy, is it navy? I think it's navy blue floral fabric. This is actually a bed sheet set that I picked up from Target. I was in there recently and I was actually super impressed by the amount of lovely prints and colours they have in their bedwear section and in their tablecloth section as well. So I recommend checking it out if you haven't already, because it's actually quite an affordable way to buy a whole heap of fabric. Obviously, I was just so drawn to the floral print of this fabric. It has my favourite burnt orange colour throughout it, but it's something a little bit different because it's blue. I don't often wear blue, but I don't know, something about this fabric just really spoke to me. At the moment, I'm thinking of making a dress that's inspired by some of the vintage collections that the Pansy Garden bring out. Here is an example of the types of dresses they source for their vintage shop, and just look how incredible they are. I love the fact that these vintage dresses have quite statement sleeves, and also a lot of them have long tiered skirts. I also love the use of adding trims to the dress to like add a bit of detail, and I feel like with a busy print like this, just breaking it up with some lace trim could work really well. I saw this dress here, which is one of the ones they had in a past collection. It's actually a Laura Ashley dress, and I have fallen completely in love with it. It's definitely very different. It might be a little bit over the top, but I think it would be such a fun dress to try and make. And here you can see they've got this crocheted trim that's kind of breaking up the print a little bit, which it'd be fun to try and find a trim similar in a contrasting colour, maybe even the burnt orange. And I do have this pattern here in my collection. It's Style 4874, and this is honestly pretty much exactly like the image in the Instagram. Even the sleeves are very similar, also the high neck. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of the high neck. I might end up changing that up a little bit. I also really fell in love with this image here by Candidly Kate, where they've got some sheer lace paneling added to the dress. That could be fun to experiment with as well, because that just makes it a little bit less like high necked. You can still see a little bit of skin. I think that might work better, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I'm really excited to have a go at potentially making this vintage pattern out of this fabric. Let me know what you think. I do have a lot of this fabric because I've got a flat bed sheet and a fitted bed sheet as part of the set. So if you have any other ideas of what I could potentially make from this fabric, or what you think might look good, I would love to hear your thoughts. And then apart from that, I have started working on a new knitting project over the Christmas break. I'm using this beautiful yarn by Bendigo Woolen Mills. It's in the colour Toffee, I'm pretty sure, but it was a very limited edition release when they brought it out, so you can't actually purchase it anymore, which is a real shame because isn't it such a pretty colour? And I've actually decided to make the Rosary Jumper from this yarn. The Rosary Jumper is a jumper I made back in 2020, and I used a vintage pattern for it, and when I shared the finished result on Instagram, I got so many questions asking if I could share the pattern that I actually got in touch with the original pattern publishers to see whether or not I could share it, and they were surprisingly okay with that, so I was actually given permission to share it with you all. So I'll have a link to the pattern down in the description below so you can go and download it for yourself if you want to make it. The reason why I'm having to go at making it again is because I love my original pink Rosary jumper that I made, but sadly I don't wear it as much as I would like, just because pink isn't a colour I'm usually drawn to. I don't wear it that often. I don't really feel myself in it either, if I'm honest. It's fun to wear occasionally, but I want to make this jumper in a colour that I know I'm going to wear every single day, and this colour has been proven to be one of my go-to colours to wear, so I know I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it. And the other reason I want to have a go at making this jumper again is I often get a lot of emails asking to show how to go about knitting it. So this time I'm kind of documenting the whole making process so that I can make a video about it, so if people get stuck they can go and refer to that and be able to see how to actually go about knitting this beautiful jumper. Here is a look at what I'm working on currently. I've actually started working on the sleeve. I'm not filming this sleeve just so I can get the hang of how to go about knitting it again, and then I can actually start filming the process as well now that I've got the hang of it again. But look how pretty it is. It's just the most beautiful scalloped lace pattern ever, and I'm just so glad that I'm able to share it with you all as well. It was just so cool of the pattern company to allow that. So yeah, hopefully it won't take me too long to knit. I am having so much fun with it. It's also a really fun knitting pattern to work on. It's just the perfect amount of challenging and easy, so you can still watch TV while you knit, but it's not boring by any means. It's the perfect knitting pattern. So yeah, that is everything I have planned to make for my wardrobe over the next few months. I would love to know in the comments below which project you're most looking forward to seeing. Like I said, I'm planning on sharing all the tutorials and all the making process videos here on this channel, so make sure you subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on those. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you could give it a like, and don't forget to go and check out Squarespace, the sponsor of this video. Thanks so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.